Fabulous. And today's session going to border in kind of on the kind of meditation, touching on the spiritual, the idea of light, connecting with light. And but as always, we'd start just by having a fidget, having a stretch, and just getting comfortable. That's right. We're going to start really, really simply. We're going to start with 3 wonderful deep breaths. And then we're just going to take it from there. Taking a nice, slow, deep breath in. And gently release, relaxing. Taking a second, deep breath in. Hold it. And release. And a third wonderful deep breath in. You gently let that breath release just at the pace you need to take to relax, let go of the day, just go within for a while. If you've not done so already, you can just gently close your eyes as you continue to relax. That's right. And you can just sit there, lie there on that bed or in that chair with your eyes closed, becoming aware that you can become even more relaxed over time, even more comfortable in this short time than you were before, or are you not? Relaxing. And again, becoming even more aware that you can become even more relaxed, even more comfortable, even than you were before. But not yet as much as you will be later on. Because you can take your time to drift into meditation, into a state of quiet awareness, a quiet recognition of all those things that I could say as you sit or lie here today, waiting for me to say something that will change your experience, that will alter life forever. But also with that anticipation that I'll say just the right thing to change things for you, to alter life forever. But remember that all change actually belongs just to you. And only you can change things for you. Change things within you. Because all I can do is talk about things, while you can allow those things and many other things to come true for you, to happen within you, the same way a dream can seem to be true for you. And in your mind's eye, you can see things in that dream that are very close or very far away, even with your eyes closed, the way you can now. Things as far away as a star, a tiny star, a bright point of light way up there at night in the mind's eye, so very far away that you can only wonder what it would be like to travel to that star, as if in a dream, moving toward that tiny light, faster and faster, faster than light, flying through the night, looking out at it, seeing that star getting closer and closer, growing larger and larger, becoming brighter and brighter, and eventually filling up the sky, becoming so bright, not just a star anymore, becoming a sun, an enormous sun, much bigger than our sun. And you know how bright sunlight can be. The way walking out of a dark theatre into the light of day can almost be painful, too bright to keep your eyes open. And this sun is even brighter than that, perhaps, and getting even brighter now. Because it's not just one sun, not like our sun, but a galaxy of suns, 1,000 points of brilliant light, 1,000,000 billion points of brilliant light all around you, everywhere, illuminating everything, everywhere, surrounding everything, everywhere. And as you move closer to the center of all those stars, all that starlight, sunlight, shining into you, coming into you and through you, right into your mind. Those bright lights behind you and that intense light above you and that white light below you, starlight on all sides of you and a light deep within you. A sun in the center of your mind that goes on and on. Bigger and bigger as you go on and on. Feeling that inner light, that center starlight there, becoming that light everywhere. That sun at the center of it all, feeling that energy of all that light passing right on through you, flowing out from you as you become that light, that lightness of being light and of making light of things and discovering over time that you can make light out of anything and make anything out of light, including all those thoughts that you hear and feel and see, and wondering how it sounds, all that energy of light within you, all that light roaring out from you, like the roar of a blast furnace behind the door of the mind, where a white hot roar of sounds surround and become the sound of light. A light you can feel now in your arms and hands, legs and feet, an intense white heat of that light that roars right through you and bursts out from you and sizzles within you, all at the same time, all around you now, all around the mind. Like a star being born, a star forming in space, a universe of stars performing in space, a space within you, a universe within you, lit up with stars that give light to you, a child of the sun, becoming a sun, and discovering how it feels to dissolve into light. Arms, nothing but light. Legs, nothing but light. The mind, nothing but light, moving from one place to another, scattering colors all around, lighting up every corner of awareness, and then gradually collapsing, coming together now into a beam of light, like a laser beam, a bright spotlight that shines straight out from the mind, straight up into the sky, announcing something special and illuminating everything it touches, creating everything you notice with a recognition that the only things that do exist are the things you allow into your mind. And now is a very good time to open up the mind to all those things that otherwise tend to go overlooked or ignored, allowing the light of the mind to expand and to include everything out there, to touch everything out there, to allow the universe into you and to allow that light within you to shine warmly on it all. So you can feel it all as a part of you, all connected to you, reflected right back at you like the light in a mirror that lets you see yourself so much more clearly than before, and lets you see now that all there is you sitting there, doing it all, creating it all. Or is it being created for you? I could tell you about a man who traveled all the way to Arizona just to watch some videos of a famous hypnotist, working with different people, talking to them about being in a trance, wondering about their memories, asking about their experiences, telling them about unlimited possibilities and letting them learn in their own way what he had learned in his own way. And that man sat there in that room all day watching those videos, taking careful notes about everything said. Then he flew home, put his notes away, and continued to see his own clients, continued doing hypnotherapy, continued teaching at the university, and began writing books and giving lectures. Got invited to do workshops, wrote more books, gave more lectures. And one day, 20 years later, he found those notes again. And as he read through them, he began smiling, because on each page were words and ideas that he thought he had invented when he wrote his books and gave his lectures, but actually were implanted deep in his understandings by watching what that other man said so many years before that he'd forgotten all about it. Or so he thought before. But here was the evidence. We never really know where what we do or say, or even what we think, really came from in the first place. Because we can forget the source, but our understandings are still there. So we can be sure that when we hear something we can use, we will absorb it and make it our own and put it to good use without knowing or needing to know where we got it or when. Because the truth is that all you need to do to find illumination is to pay close attention to what you already know and what you've already experienced. It all belongs to you. Which is why later on today or tomorrow or next week, you can begin to notice that you can bring that feeling, the idea of that feeling, your understanding of it all back into you, where it can light up those inner spaces in ways you have yet to see. While in the meantime, here, today, you begin to see that you really are here right now. And you can be here now while you remember being there then. And drift back into this place now, away from the starlight there then, away from the stardust, and back with the memories, the stardust memories, being here and now, close to where you began, but someplace different now, a different time and space, a different place inside, with something inside changed, something easier and more comfortable, something quieter and more powerful, something stronger and more understanding, forged in the fires of the mind, in white hot steel and blazing fire, that forms a solid core that is a part of it all that energy in everything out there, all that energy within you. Even as you continue to wonder what it is that you've learned from you today, because first you know the answer and then it slips away. So you look for another answer and it slips away too, and then it all breaks through into your awareness, a glimpse of understanding that hovers there with you as you begin drifting up now, more and more completely, and gradually return back into wakeful awareness now. That's right. Drifting back to the sound of my voice, to being here in this place, to being aware of arms and legs, but holding on to where you have been and to where you ended up, in that solid, brilliant core, in the center of you, connected to it all, comfortable with it all, knowing something you did not know you knew before, but comfortable understanding that you do not need to know what that knowledge is right now or what it holds in store for later on. As you drift into everyday wakeful awareness, gradually reaching a point of wakefulness now, where the eyes can begin to feel like opening. That's right. Eyes opening comfortably and the mind returning quite completely now to everyday wakeful awareness, back here, back now, in this time and this place. And when you're fully back, you can open your eyes, stretch, feel good. That's it, all the way back.